Creak, creak. The sound of bones shifting gradually echoed from the bed. Ever since Xiao won the championship match, he had been unconscious for 5 whole days before finally waking up. During this time, Ran and Lu Qing had been tirelessly attending to him, running back and forth to his residence, fearing any negligence in their care. Their devotion stirred envy among many strong individuals, though none dared act on it. After all, Xiao was not someone they could afford to provoke. As for Mu Gu, he had been unconscious for an astounding 10 days. Although Xiao secured the championship, he couldn't help but feel a lingering sense of pressure regarding Mu Ji's strength. After all, Mu Gu was a half-step 3-star Do Xian, and his Do skill and ice attribute Do Qi were formidable. If Xiao hadn't forced himself to unleash the 3rd finger of Heavenly Dome, he might have had to concede the championship. Still, the fully executed 4th finger of Heavenly Dome could rival Divine-class Do skills. Compared to that, Saint-class Do skills were naturally insignificant. This ice attribute of Mu Ji's seems rather unusual, Xiao murmured as he sat on the bed, recalling their fierce battle. During their fight in the competition mountain range, Xiao had noticed Mu Ji's ice attribute Do Qi exerted an oppressive force on him, even without any use of his sacred flame. That's no surprise, the Devourer of Souls spoke up slowly. Mu Gu must have an ice seed within him. Ice seed? Xiao asked, puzzled but intrigued, sensing from instinct that this ice seed was no ordinary thing. An ice seed is a rare treasure of heaven and earth that enhances the user's attribute-based Do Qi, explained the Devourer of Souls. All elements have corresponding heavenly seeds, ice seeds, thunder seeds, and so on. These seeds are categorized as small heavenly seeds or great heavenly seeds based on their potency. For instance, a normal ice attribute Do Qi strength is baseline. With a small heavenly seed, it doubles. With a great heavenly seed, it triples. I see. No wonder Mu Ji's ice attribute Do Qi felt so overwhelming to me without my sacred flame. It could even provoke my flames, Xiao remarked, concluding that Mu Gu likely possessed a small heavenly seed, granting him such dominant ice attribute Do Qi. Indeed, it's likely a small heavenly seed, the Devourer of Souls replied with a faint smile. Master, does my sacred flame count as a great heavenly seed? Xiao asked curiously. Heh, your sacred flame far surpasses a great heavenly seed. A typical great heavenly seed boosts power 3-fold, but the sacred flame can amplify it by 5 times or more. Moreover, no heavenly seed can rival the sacred flame. It's the bane of the extraterritorial evil clan and a renowned treasure across the great 1,000 worlds. While heavenly seeds, small or great, are precious, their strength is incomparable to the sacred flame. That said, all of these are exceedingly rare, the Devourer of Souls added, scoffing. Xiao gave a wry smile. By the way, Master, since I already possess the sacred flame, can I still acquire a fire element heavenly seed to augment it further? I've never heard of anyone combining the two, but it's worth trying if the chance arises, the Devourer of Souls responded thoughtfully. Oh, and be cautious about the sinister force within the Valley Master of Forged Blade Thunder Valley. It likely stems from a heavenly seed. The fact that this individual has a heavenly seed and is still susceptible to corruption by the extraterritorial evil clan speaks volumes about their strength. Understood. Xiao nodded. First, I'll head to the auction house to gather some materials. I need to prepare carefully to purge the sinister force during the award ceremony, especially given the strength of such a high-level extraterritorial evil power. With that, Xiao opened the door and departed for the auction house to collect the necessary ingredients. Heh, who would have thought Xiao would win the first phase of the competition? It really surprised everyone. 2 figures conversed slowly within the inner courtyard of the Alchemist Association. That guy's a monster. To defeat a half-step 3-star Do Xian like Mu Gu with just mid-2-star Do Xian strength, Duan Fei said with a resigned sigh. Clearly, Xiao abilities and talent had far exceeded everyone's expectations. This dark horse had become the brightest star of the Eastern Continent competition. Master, although the second stage focuses on soul trials, Xiao Yan's soul power is overwhelmingly strong. Coupled with his performance in the first stage, it's clear he's not someone to be underestimated. As such, I can only guarantee a spot in the top 3. As for first place, Duan Fei bit his lips slightly, speaking with a hint of resignation. Despite his pride, even he had to admit that compared to Xiao Yan, he fell short. The top 3 will suffice. This Eastern continent competition should help temper the arrogance of you prodigies. Consider it a form of growth, Tianxian remarked with a smile. Once this is over, the 4 continents competition will serve as an even better stage for all of you. Inside Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Valley Master, just as you predicted, Xiao Yan claimed victory in the first stage. In a secret chamber, Duan Tianfeng spoke softly as he stood by Duan Tianhong's side. There's something terrifying about him that he hasn't revealed yet, Duan Tianfeng continued. What's more, defeating Mu Gu, a half-step 3-star Do Xian, without even using his sacred flame, suggests his fire-type Do Qi has been refined by it. After such refinement, his Do Qi rivals that of fire experts who possess a small heavenly seed. If he were to wield his sacred flame, even my great heavenly seed might not be able to contend with it, Duan Tianhong chuckled. Let him rest for a few days. Then, distribute the first stage rewards and begin the second phase of the trials. As Duan Tianhong vanished, his expression turned serious. He knew the next challenge was resolving the threat of the extraterritorial evil clan. The power of the Do Xian king from the evil clan was overwhelmingly strong and could easily inflict lasting harm on Xiao Yan. Sealing Xiao Yan's strength would be a priority. Xiao Yan's fame swept through the Thunder Realm like wildfire, making him a figure of immense renown. Sigh, this time I really miscalculated, Mu Gu muttered as he awoke 10 days later. Forcing my breakthrough to half-step 3-star Do Xian destabilized my foundation, making it impossible to use my small heavenly seed during the competition. I must stabilize my core. Only then can I prevent a loss like this to Xiao Yan from happening again. Despite his regrets, the outcome was already set in stone. The conclusion of the first stage trials had firmly cemented Xiao Yan's reputation across the Thunder Realm. 5 days later, as both Xiao Yan and Mu Gu recovered, news spread within Forged Blade Thunder Valley. The first stage rewards were ready to be distributed. This announcement stirred envy among the participants, as the top 3 contenders would gain access to the valley's fabled treasure hall. The treasure hall was rumored to house countless heavenly treasures gathered from across the eastern continent, making it a coveted destination for any strong contender. Knock, knock, knock. Xiao Yan, are you there? A crisp knock sounded on the door, followed by several figures appearing outside. Duan Fei? Xiao Yan rose from the bed, heading to the door with some annoyance. However, the moment he opened it, his eyes widened in surprise. I'll be leading you to the treasure hall. The Valley Master is already waiting. As the door swung open, Duan Fei stood alongside Mu Gu and Zhou, the second and third rank contestants. Mu Ji's cold gaze was especially piercing. Let's go. Xiao Yan shook his head with a sigh and followed them without delay. Next, we'll enter a spatial zone. Please stay calm, Duan Fei instructed as the group arrived at a secluded area. In her jade-like hand, she held a finely crafted scroll brimming with potent spatial energy. A directional spatial scroll, Zhou, ever knowledgeable, quickly identified the item in Duan Fei's hand. Spatial scrolls were classified into various types, with directional ones specifically designed to transport users to a pre-recorded location. With a soft ripple, the scroll in Duan Fei's hand unfurled, creating a writhing spatial fissure before them. Let's go, Duan Fei said, motioning for the group to step forward. Without hesitation, the 4 stepped through the spatial rift, finding themselves in a vastly different location moments later. This is, as they arrived, a shockingly dense energy filled the air. Compared to the Thunder Realm, this place was brimming with vitality and power. The faint rumble of thunder echoed continuously in the skies. Beneath their feet lay slabs of cyan stone radiating violent thunder energy. These stones formed a massive circular plaza, at the center of which loomed an enormous structure stretching high into the heavens. Inside the forged blade Thunder Valley lay the treasure pavilion, the designated point for distributing this round's rewards. Moments later, beside the colossal structure, Duan Tianhong appeared like a silver giant, standing imposingly before the group. Valley Master Duan? Mu Gu and Zhoumi couldn't hide their shock as they stared at the towering figure and blurted out. They hadn't expected the elusive Valley Master Duan, the undisputed ruler of the entire eastern continent, to personally oversee the reward distribution. Father, I'll be leaving now. After successfully bringing Xiao and the others here, Duan Fei, understanding the situation, made a playful face at Valley Master Duan and prepared to leave. Stay. This treasure pavilion belongs to us, and besides, you'll also need items suited for yourself. Let's make the most of this opportunity and enter together, Valley Master Duan said with a fond smile. Xiao and the others exchanged glances, their expressions filled with a mix of amusement and exasperation. With a casual wave of his hand, Duan Tianhong produced 3 exquisitely crafted storage rings, which flew toward Xiao and his companions. These are your respective rewards, he announced. Thunder God Scroll? Xiao heart skipped a beat as he carefully probed the storage ring with his soul power. Inside its vast space, filled with silvery lightning, a small, unassuming silver scroll slowly emerged. The scroll emanated an aura of unparalleled destructive force. The Thunder God Scroll is unlike any other. It must be stored using specialized tools crafted by Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Never attempt to tamper with it, as the scroll will be instantly destroyed, Duan Tianhong explained to Xiao. When you need to use it, channel your soul power or Do Qi into the storage ring, and the Thunder God Scroll's full power will activate instantly. It really is the Thunder God Scroll? Xiao, initially wary of being tricked, examined it thoroughly. Satisfied, he smiled faintly. With this in his possession, he now had a formidable safeguard, capable of standing against even a 4-star Do Xian. Despite being a single-use item, it was more than sufficient for critical situations. Any questions? Duan Tianhong asked as the 3 carefully inspected their rings. Thank you, Valley Master, they replied with smiles. With the rewards of the first phase distributed, there's one more matter. Initially, access to the treasure pavilion wasn't part of the rewards for this phase. However, given your exceptional talents, vital to our success in the 4 continents competition, you are being granted special permission to enter. The treasure pavilion contains techniques, Do skills, pills, and scrolls of all kinds. What you can obtain will depend entirely on your fate. But remember, the more precious the treasure, the stronger its seal. Do not forcefully break the seals if you cannot undo them, Duan Tianhong warned. Understood. Xiao and the others nodded eagerly. While Xiao remained uncertain of the treasure pavilion's full potential, Mu Gu and Zhoumi's eyes gleamed with excitement. They alone understood its true value. Gaining even one treasure that could aid their cultivation would allow them to progress by leaps and bounds. There seems to be something calling to me from inside the treasure pavilion, Duan Fei muttered, her gaze fixed on the towering building. Her brows furrowed in thought as faint, mysterious runes appeared intermittently on her forehead, eerily similar to the reincarnation markings once seen on Xiao Yi's. Now that you're ready, go ahead and enter, Duan Tianhong said. You have only 1 month. If you don't leave within that time, the pavilion will forcibly expel you. I wonder what treasures I can find inside, Xiao murmured, his heart filled with anticipation, oblivious to the subtle change in Duan Fei's demeanor. This girl seems to have resonated with something inside the treasure pavilion, the devourer of souls remarked quietly to himself. Let's go, Duan Fei said. The 4 of them exchanged determined looks, their eyes burning with eagerness. The treasure pavilion, encased in a barrier of silvery lightning, stood as both a challenge and a promise. Duan Fei, in particular, felt an urgency to unravel the mysteries surrounding herself and the pavilion. Open! Duan Tianhong commanded with a cold smile. The silvery lightning barrier at the base of the treasure pavilion parted, revealing a shimmering portal large enough for them to pass through. Hopefully, these young ones can all find their own opportunities. As for me, It's time to head inside and wait for Xiao Yin to expel the evil from me, Duan Tianhong murmured, his voice trailing off as his figure melded into the treasure pavilion. Perhaps not even Duan Tianyin had foreseen that what seemed to be an ordinary awards ceremony would inadvertently cure the Valley Master's hidden ailment, completely derailing their plans. What a mysterious space, Xiao Yin remarked as he stepped into the treasure pavilion. He quickly found himself separated from the others amidst a labyrinth of crisscrossing paths that made navigating the area a headache. Let's explore a bit. This is just the lowest level, so the items stored here likely aren't very valuable, Xiao Yin thought to himself. Without hesitation, he picked a path among the many passageways and started walking. Thunder Sound, a sonic dose skill that harnesses the power of lightning to form powerful soundwave attacks. Against weaker opponents, it can even achieve instant kills. Rank: Intermediate Immortal Class. A few steps in, Xiao Yin noticed a shimmering light screen. His curiosity piqued. He moved closer to examine the fine text displayed on it. The treasure pavilion was a grand, four-sided structure. Within its network of variously sized passageways, recessed alcoves glowed with light. Within these glowing areas lay treasures, each shielded by seemingly ordinary radiance. However, the protective force contained within was formidable. Xiao Yin doubted even his current strength could breach it quickly. This sonic dose skill isn't bad, but its rank is too low, Xiao Yin mused, smiling faintly before shaking his head. This was, after all, a higher plane of existence. Lower-tier dose skills were often impractical since their strength could directly determine the outcome of a battle. Young one, once you've found what you need, come find me. I'll be waiting on the higher levels of the treasure pavilion. A strong soul force gently echoed in Xiao Yan's mind. This guy. Xiao Yan recognized the voice immediately. It belonged to Duan Tianhong. What surprised him, however, was the strength of Duan Tianhong's soul. It had reached the immortal realm. In that case, I might as well head to the upper levels. The better treasures are likely up there, Xiao Yan said with a faint smile, glancing up at the tightly sealed structure. The treasure pavilion was impenetrable. Each level was heavily fortified with isolating forces. Even Xiao Yan's soul powers proved futile in probing its depths. Its defenses were formidable. Thunder Pill, 4th rank, Immortal Class, Profound Grade. Consuming this pill enhances the sensitivity of lightning element practitioners to Do Qi, significantly aiding cultivation and tribulation crossing. Xiao Yan had no idea how much time had passed or how many levels the treasure pavilion had. He could only shake his head in mild exasperation. Along the way, he had seen numerous powerful Do skills, techniques, and pills, but none suited him. The few Do skills he found appealing were unfortunately of too low a grade. The auras of Mugu and Zhoumi are just ahead. The Devourer of Soul's voice resounded softly. Those two. Reaching the next level, Xiao Yin spotted two figures, Mugu and Zhoumi, encased in beams of light. They had evidently found treasures meant for them. Xiao Yin, have you still not found anything? At the far end of this level, Duan Fei stood with a serious expression, calling out to Xiao Yin in the distance. Not yet, Xiao Yin replied helplessly, though he noticed a radiant glow behind Duan Fei that seemed to lead somewhere. In that case, follow me, Duan Fei said, as though making a firm decision. Clenching her teeth slightly, she stepped directly into the glowing light behind her. Let's go. Xiao Yan's speed surged as he followed, though his movement was still somewhat restrained. While he possessed an arsenal of offensive and defensive techniques, he was sorely lacking in movement-based Do skills, which were notoriously rare. This had hindered him from finding something suitable. With a faint splash, the two broke through what felt like a watery barrier and suddenly emerged in another space. Valley Master Duan? Xiao Yan exclaimed as he spotted a towering figure ahead before he had time to examine his surroundings. They had arrived at the Treasure Pavilion's summit, a vast and spacious hall resembling an opulent library, with shelves filled with dazzling items. You've got quite an eye for treasures, kid, Duan Tianhong remarked, smiling wryly as he glanced at Xiao Yan's empty hands. You passed up so many Do skills and techniques. Valley Master Duan, you can't blame me for that. While the treasure pavilion is filled with treasures, Very few of them suit me, Xiao replied with a shake of his head. Since I owe you a favor, just tell me what you need. What I need most right now is a Do skill for body movement, Xiao said directly. Body movement Do skill, Valley Master Duan muttered briefly before his hand moved slightly. A red scroll at the top of a nearby bookshelf appeared in his hand. As soon as the red scroll emerged, piercing thunderous sounds echoed around it, a clear indication of its extraordinary level. This is one of the top-tier body movement Do skills of Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Although you possess fire attributes, with the enhancement of Sacred Flame, its power shouldn't be diminished significantly. After Duan Tianhong finished speaking, he reluctantly tossed the scroll toward Xiao. Thunder Explosion technique focuses on compressing one's thunder attribute Do Qi to unleash terrifying speed. Its velocity depends on the user's energy strength. The stronger the Do Qi, the more fearsome the explosive speed. Rank: Advanced Sacred Rank. The brief description made Xiao ecstatic. With his intelligence, mastering this Do skill would allow him to compress his fire attribute Do Qi and generate formidable speed. This is exactly the skill I need, Xiao said as he carefully examined the scroll. Confirming it contained the complete training method, he securely stored it away. Now that you've received your reward, it's time to get down to business, Duan Tianhong said, his gaze shrewd as he looked at Xiao. However, Xiao remained unflinching. He, too, was eager to see whether his sacred flame could eradicate the extraterritorial evil clan. Valley Master Duan, let me cleanse the evil for you, Xiao said, looking at the now amicable aura of Duan Tianhong. Xiao himself had previously suffered from traces of blood demon golden qi left behind by a blood demon envoy. Despite possessing sacred flame, it had been excruciating, and he understood how unbearable such agony could be. Heh, my situation isn't urgent. Let's deal with the matter afflicting Fei first. Duan Tianhong refused, indicating that his safety was insignificant compared to his daughters. Duan Qifei? Xiao shifted his gaze toward Duan Qifei upon hearing this. At this moment, she appeared dazed, her eyes fixed on the ceiling of the study as though entranced, with something seemingly writhing at her brow. Valley Master Duan, what's wrong with Fei? Xiao asked, perplexed by this unfamiliar sight. Xiao, are you human? Duan Tianhong ignored the question and instead posed a startling query. What? Xiao was taken aback, for in the ghost realm, one's true identity was often a sensitive matter. Without much hesitation, Xiao nodded lightly. Duan Tianhong had been so helpful that he doubted any ill intent. Since I knew you possessed sacred flame, which is derived from Fireheart Heavenly Rock, I suspected you weren't a native of the ghost realm, Duan Tianhong said. And since you are human, Fei's matter is something I can entrust to you. His tone carried an aged sorrow that deeply moved Xiao. Senior, you, Xiao started, realizing something unusual. Don't worry, I won't perish. This isn't a plea for guardianship either. Fei's identity is unique, and I only ask for your occasional care. What exactly is Fei's identity? Xiao curiosity about Duan Qifei's background grew. This is the second layer of the treasure pavilion. Her secret lies on the first layer. Follow me, and you'll understand, Duan Tianhong said. With a gentle silvery thunder surrounding Duan Qifei, the trio vanished from the study and headed for the pinnacle of the treasure pavilion. The pinnacle wasn't a repository of treasures, but a unique space perpetually encased in thunder. Now, within this space, the trio appeared, Duan Tianhong, Xiao, and Duan Qifei. This is the forbidden ground of Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Apart from me and Fei's mother, no one knows of its existence. Fei's mother passed early, leaving this place in its current state, Duan Tianhong explained. The dense thunder ahead exuded an unsettling aura. There's something within, Xiao said, his soul power probing the thunder but being instantly swallowed. Don't be alarmed. Fei's secret lies within. Come with me, Duan Tianhong said, taking Duan Qifei's hand. His silver-gold armor repelled the fierce thunder as they advanced toward its core. How is this possible? As soon as Xiao entered the thunder core, his pupils contracted sharply. A wave of mortal dread surged in his heart, causing the sacred flame heart within him to beat furiously. Even the clan mark on Xiao Yan's body seemed faintly ready to break free. What met Xiao Yan's gaze was the dazzling silver lightning all around, its power potent enough to obliterate him instantly. Yet, this was not the most critical aspect. Before the three of them stood a circular stone platform, slowly rising. The platform was covered in intricate, mysterious inscriptions, each brimming with an aura of suppression that locked everything in place. At the center of the platform, a silver bolt of lightning, roughly the size of an arm, writhed faintly. The silver lightning was marked by vivid silver patterns, lifelike in appearance. A closer look revealed that these patterns mirrored the marks writhing faintly on Duan Fei's brow. Though tightly constrained by a formidable seal on the stone platform, the silver lightning still exuded a dominating aura that made the heavens and earth tremble in fear. This is the fluctuation of reincarnation. At this moment, the devourer of souls within Xiao Yan finally understood why faint, obscure patterns had occasionally appeared on Duan Fei's forehead. Feier, she is a reincarnator. Duan Tianhong's pale, powerless voice slowly broke through, his expression a mixture of anguish and helplessness as he gazed at Xiao Yan's stunned face. So, she really is a reincarnator. Xiao Yan's heart sank at the revelation, though a heavy weight seemed to ease as the truth came to light. Reincarnation. A simple word of two characters, yet anything related to it was invariably tied to the most supreme powerhouses in the Great Thousand Worlds. Xiao Yan, as the sacred flame master, you should already know the significance of being a reincarnator, shouldn't you? Duan Tianhong's voice had lost its usual commanding tone, replaced by the concern of a father worried for his daughter. I do. Reincarnators, the ultimate technique left behind by ancient supreme beings upon their demise. They transfer their power into a host, a human vessel, enabling their eventual rebirth. Given time, the supreme being will awaken once more, their power aiding humanity in resisting the extraterritorial evil clan. Xiao Yan's voice carried a trace of helplessness. When Feier was born, the lightning power now sealed on that stone platform appeared faintly on her forehead. As she grew older and stronger, reaching the Xian rank, she began to vaguely connect with this power. When she awakened this reincarnation power, it was as if she became someone else. Her aura and personality completely changed. After that, her mother and I took every measure possible to prevent this reincarnation power from fully awakening, fearing we would lose Feier entirely. Her mother even paid the price of her own life to forcibly extract the reincarnation token and seal it here. Yet, this is not a permanent solution. Our strength is limited, while the energy contained in the reincarnation token is immense. Over time, the seal will inevitably shatter. When the token returns to Feier, the consequences will be beyond anything we can imagine. As parents, we only want our daughter to have a peaceful life. The burden of saving the Great Thousand Worlds is far too heavy for a young girl to bear. So, Xiao Yan, I beg of you as a father, take the reincarnation token. You, as the sacred flame master, will gain its power, becoming the new reincarnator. Your strength will soar to unimaginable heights. Duan Tianhong's voice cracked as he knelt in the midst of the thunderous void, tears streaming down his face. Who could have imagined that the overlord of the eastern continent would humble himself so before a mid-stage two-star Xian? Valley Master Duan, such a grand gesture is beyond what I can bear. Please, stand. However, I regret to inform you that I cannot fulfill your request. Xiao Yan's voice held a deep sense of helplessness as he faced Duan Tianhong's pleading eyes. Why? Duan Tianhong asked, his voice trembling with anger and despair. A reincarnator and the reincarnation token are inseparable. Even if you remove the token, the reincarnator's identity cannot be erased. The token's presence ensures that the memories and power of the Supreme Being will inevitably awaken in her. Xiao Yan's voice carried a heavy sorrow as he glanced at Duan Fei, who stood frozen and overwhelmed. Only now did Xiao Yan realize how much this seemingly carefree girl carried on her shoulders. Is there truly no other way? Duan Tianhong's reddened eyes brimmed with despair. Feier was his everything. If she were to meet a tragic end, he would never find peace. I don't believe so. The reincarnator's essence was planted by a supreme being at the moment of their death. With both of these present, Feier will inevitably awaken as a true reincarnator. If forcibly stripped of the reincarnation token, not only will the token be damaged, but Feier will also suffer irreversible trauma, Xiao said helplessly. But once Feier awakens, she'll become like a different person. Her strength, memories, and even personality might change. Duan Tianhong choked up, his voice trembling. As parents, how could we bear to see our daughter like this? Duan Tianhong's voice faltered, his grief overwhelming him. Senior, actually, the awakening of a reincarnator doesn't necessarily mean complete assimilation, Xiao explained. According to my master and my understanding, awakening as a reincarnator only involves inheriting memories and power from the previous life. It doesn't erase this life's memories, and as for personality, it likely won't change either. Sigh. Duan Tianhong looked at Duan Fei, who was intently staring at the reincarnation token on the stone platform, his heart a mix of love and sorrow. Senior, sealing and stripping the reincarnation token like this is undoubtedly harming Feier. You should return the reincarnation token to her body as soon as possible, Xiao urged. I remember Feier's mother once told me that the reincarnation mark on Feier seemed to originate from a mighty being known as the Thunder Lord, Duan Tianhong murmured, his gaze filled with affection as he looked at Feier, seemingly unaware of Xiao Yan's words. The Thunder Lord? Tisk, TSK. How is it that you're so lucky? Hearing Duan Tianhong's words, the voice of the devourer of souls inside Xiao couldn't help but exclaim in astonishment. Master, what's the matter? Xiao asked, utterly baffled. Heh, do you know who the Thunder Lord is? The devourer of souls chuckled. I don't. Xiao frowned. At the level of such a supreme being, how could he possibly know? Most people only know that the Thunder Lord rules over lightning. Few realize the Thunder Lord is, in fact, a woman. But this Thunder Lord has a rather ambiguous history with certain powerful figures from your ancient Xiao clan. Heh, the devourer of souls added with a strange laugh. According to its memories, it seemed that a member of the Xiao clan once pursued the Thunder Lord, only to be thoroughly defeated and sent packing. This unexpected revelation left Xiao utterly dumbfounded. Kid, since the Thunder Lord has chosen Duan Fei as her reincarnator, you must protect her at all costs. If anything happens to the Thunder Lord, the powerful figures of your Xiao clan won't let you off easily, the devourer of souls said with a sinister laugh. Master, who's stronger, you or the Thunder Lord? Xiao secretly noted the devourer of souls' words, knowing full well that it wouldn't joke about such matters. However, his curiosity got the better of him, and he couldn't help but ask, Himph, you're just a kid. Stop asking so many questions. The devourer of souls snapped, ending the conversation abruptly. Yet Xiao question stirred some embarrassing memories. The mighty ruler of the soul-devouring domain in the ghost realm had, after all, been defeated in a single move by both the Silver Dragon King and the Thunder Lord. Such humiliating defeats were truly a blow to its pride. By the way, the Thunder Lord is one of the pinnacle figures recorded in the Book of Reincarnation, the Devourer of Souls added. A reincarnator's awakening means their strength starts at a minimum of a 6-star Do Xian. For those recorded in the Book of Reincarnation, their power after awakening will certainly surpass 6-star, reaching 7-star, 8-star Do Xian, or even more terrifying levels, a true pinnacle powerhouse, the Devourer of Souls explained. The Book of Reincarnation, a new name etched itself into Xiao mind. Forget it. These matters have their own logic. I just hope the Thunder Lord doesn't harm my daughter. If she does, I'll risk my life to make her pay, Duan Tianhong said with a bitter smile. He knew now that sealing the reincarnation token was futile. It was better to lift the seal and return the token to Feier's body. Prepare to return the reincarnation token to Feier. Then, expel the evil force within me. Leave the rest to me, Duan Tianhong said softly. He vaguely sensed that an impending disaster was about to befall the eastern continent, and only by restoring himself to his peak state could he handle it. Senior, your wisdom is admirable. Hearing Duan Tianhong's decision, Xiao Yin nodded earnestly. The earlier sealing of the reincarnation token was partly due to our concern as parents and partly to guard against the evil forces infiltrating Forged Blade Thunder Valley. Extracting the token was also meant to protect Feier, Duan Tianhong explained, knowing he couldn't continue making futile efforts. Whoosh! In the next moment, a streak of silver lightning, capable of obliterating the heavens, coiled around Duan Tianhong's arm. Xiao Yin, shield me with the sacred flame. Fireheart heavenly rock. With a cold snort, a terrifying earth-yellow flame surged from Xiao Yan's body like a tidal wave. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Under the combined assault of the Forged Heaven Thunder Force and Xiao Yan's flame power, the stone platform sealing the reincarnation token shattered instantly. Whoosh, whoosh. As soon as the sealing platform broke, a streak of silver thunder, terrifying enough to strike fear into heaven and earth, shot directly into Duan Qifei's brow. Subtle, mysterious runes writhed continuously, pushing her aura to its peak. Buzz, buzz, buzz. The silver reincarnation token had just returned to Duan Qifei's body when her expression grew strange. Clearly, the reincarnation token was placing a considerable strain on her body. Duan Tianhong looked at his daughter, visibly uncomfortable, and for a moment, found himself at a loss. Senior, rest assured, the reincarnation token is nourishing Feier's body and will cause no harm, Xiao Yin said with a smile. Sigh. I hope you're right, Duan Tianhong replied, shaking his head slowly. There's no need to worry, Senior. While the identity of a reincarnator is indeed special, with the reincarnation token safeguarding Feier, there will be no life-threatening danger. You can be at ease, Xiao Yin reassured him. All right then. Since she won't wake up for a while, let's focus on the main task. Duan Tianhong glanced at Feier before turning his fiery gaze to Xiao Yin. In that case, let's begin, Xiao Yin said with a heavy gaze, his expression growing serious.